everyone, welcome to day 5 of the 7-day yoga challenge. Yesterday's class theme was all about opening up, so really being vulnerable, sharing your feelings and expressing your emotions. Today's class theme is all about finding yourself, and I chose this topic specifically because of this weird time we're in. We're all staying home a lot more, we're in isolation or quarantine, we might be in lockdown, and because of this we have a lot more time to self-reflect. And it's not often that we get time to self-reflect. So I think today and throughout the rest of your yoga practices, I want you to always embrace the time on your mat as a time to kind of look inwards and self-reflect. So yeah, that's your little challenge for today. So just closing the eyes down, letting your hands rest in your lap or on your thighs. Really lengthening up through that spine, stacking your head over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips. So one long line of energy. And then just turn your gaze inward towards your third eye, which is that space between your eyebrows. And then settle in on your breath. We'll begin today's class with one really deep inhale through the nose. And then open the mouth and sigh it out. We're going into our Ujjayi breath again. So with that Ujjayi breath, on the exhale, we're keeping the mouth closed and we're creating a slight constriction in the back of the throat. So it's almost like you're trying to fog up a mirror or a glass window. And it sounds like this. So just begin to move into that Ujjayi breath and I'll count you in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. So just keep breathing like that. Equal inhales and equal exhales while I read you today's words. These are by Aimie McDowell. And she is Emily on Life on Instagram. Finding yourself is not really how it works. You aren't a $10 bill in last winter's coat pocket. You are also not lost. Your true self is right there, buried under cultural conditioning, other people's opinions, and inaccurate conclusions you drew as a kid that became your beliefs about who you are. Finding yourself is actually returning to yourself, an unlearning, an excavation. Are remembering about who you were before the world got its hands on you. So just letting those words sink in as you bring your hands to your chest, prayer position. Atman Anjali Mudra. And then just take a moment to set your intention for today's class. And if you'd like a mantra, I offer you, I am me. Just coming back to those 3 little words. If you find yourself getting distracted throughout class, and then gently releasing your hands down and blinking your eyes open. We're going to bring the right hand down to the mat, next to the right hip, and then drop the left ear to the left shoulder for a little neck stretch here. You can always walk that right hand out a little bit if you want to make that stretch. Then just gently blinking your eyes open, releasing your hands down to the ground. We're going to bring the right hand outside the right hip and just release the left ear towards the left shoulder for a little neck stretch here. You can bring the left hand on top of your head. Allow the weight of your hand to gently increase the intensity of that stretch. Maybe rock your chin forward just a little bit, which will move the stretch up through the back of your neck. And then just releasing the chin all the way through center, planting the left hand on the ground outside the left hip, dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. And once again, having the option to bring the hand to the top of the head. Then rocking that chin down just a little bit to change the direction of the stretch. And then maybe rocking that chin all the way back through center just for a moment here. And then rolling up. We're going to make our way straight into our wide leg child's pose here. So toes together, knees wide. Hips are sinking back on the heels. Then just walking your palms forward, bringing your forehead down onto the ground. And just letting your body melt into the ground for just a few breaths here. And then your next inhale, just making your way up into tabletop pose. So hands are stacked under the shoulders, knees are stacked under the hips. We're going to go straight into our cat-cows here. So inhale, arch the spine, looking up. And exhale, round the spine, pushing the ground away. Inhale, arch the spine, looking up, drawing the shoulder blades down your back. And exhale, round the spine, push the ground away, chin to chest. The last one, inhale, arch the spine, looking up. And then exhale, round the spine, pushing the ground away, chin to chest. And then just coming back through center. Grounding down through all 10 fingers. Tuck the back toes under and then lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog here. Stay in your down dog. I just want you to bring your knees down towards the ground, hovering them just a couple of inches. And then exhale, straighten through your legs. Inhale, bend through the knees. And exhale, straighten. One more like that. Inhale, bend through the knees. And then exhale, straighten, releasing the heels down towards the ground. And just know that your heels never have to touch the ground. My heels touch the ground maybe once a month if I'm lucky. One more breath here. Inhale, shifting forward, plank pose, top of a push-up. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward, plank pose. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Last one here. Inhale, shifting forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower the knees down, untuck the back toes, and make your way all the way down onto your belly. Grounding down through the tops of the feet, making sure the hands are under the shoulders, wrapping the elbows back and in, shoulder blades down your back. Inhale up, cobra. And exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, rolling up through the spine. And exhale, lowering back down. Last one here. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, tuck the toes under. Activate through the quads to lift the knees off the ground. Inhale, back to plank. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. And just gently walking your feet up to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Taking your feet hip distance apart. Micro bend in the knees. Bring your hands to opposite elbows. You're in your ragdoll here, maybe swaying side to side. And then just releasing the hands to the ground and rolling up vertebra by vertebra all the way up to standing Tadasana, mountain pose, palms facing forward. Bringing the toes to touch with the heels slightly apart. You're going to inhale, reach up, look up, hands together above your head. And exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through that spine. And exhale, plant your hands down, stepping back to plank. Inhale, lower the knees down, untuck the back toes. And then exhale, bending through the elbows, making your way down onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, rolling up through the spine. And exhale, lowering back down to the mat. Inhale, tuck the toes under, make your way back to plank. And exhale, back, downward facing dog for 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Last breath here. And the bottom of that exhale, you're going to hop, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up all the way up to standing, hands together above your head. And then exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, plant your hands down. This time, step or jumping back straight through Chaturanga Tadasana, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog for 3 breaths. 2 more. Last one. Inhale the right leg up and back. Then exhale, step it between the hands, runner's lunge. Really grounding down through that left hand and the ball of that back foot as you inhale and reach the right arm to the sky for an easy twist. Bring that right hand down to frame the front foot, grounding down through all 4 corners of that front foot, really pressing down through the ball of that back foot as we inhale up into our high lunge. So front knee stacked over front ankle, you're on the ball of that back foot. The back leg is straight or there's a slight micro bend. Arms are high, shoulders away from the ears. Sink a little deeper. Then I want you to swim the arms back so the palms are facing down. You're rolling the shoulder blades together. So we're in like a little aeroplane arms here. This is called arrowhead. 1 more breath. And on the inhale, lifting that back leg off the ground and coming up into aeroplane pose here. I want you to imagine you're kicking a wall with that back foot. So the back foot is flexed, expanding through the heart and the chest. And then exhale, bring the hands down to the ground for standing splits. Taking the left leg higher to the sky. Releasing through the neck and the head. And on the inhale, left foot meets right at the top of the mat. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step or jumping back through Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, stepping the left foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Grounding down to that right hand and the ball of the back foot. Inhale, opening up, easy twist, left arm to the sky. Bringing that left hand down to the ground, framing the front foot. Really activating through that back quad as we inhale, making way up into high lunge. So front knee stacked over front ankle. Hips are facing forward. Back leg is either straight or with a light micro bend. Arms are reaching high. Sink a little deeper on the exhale. And then swimming the arms back for airplane arms. Rolling the shoulder blades together. Palms are facing down. And on the next inhale, lifting up into airplane pose. Imagine you're kicking a wall with that back foot. 1 more breath. Expand through the heart and chest. And then exhale, hands towards the ground, standing splits. If your hands don't quite reach the ground here, you can always have blocks or a water bottle to bring that ground closer to you. And then on your next inhale, right foot meets left at the top of the mat. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step or jumping back through Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Now, we're going to flow through that 1 breath, 1 movement. So inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale, step it between the hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, right arm to the sky, easy twist. And exhale, right hand down, frame the front foot. Inhale up, high lunge. Then exhale, arrowhead, arms reach back behind you. Inhale up, airplane pose. And exhale, fold, standing splits. Inhale, left foot meets right, the top of the mat. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step or jumping back through Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. And exhale, step it between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, left arm to the sky, easy twist. And exhale, plant the left hand down, ground down through that foot. Inhale, coming up, high lunge. And then exhale, swim the arms back, arrowhead, leaning the weight forward. Inhale, coming up, airplane pose. And then exhale, fold, standing splits.
Inhale, right foot meets left at the top of the mat. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step or jumping back through Chaturanga, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Last time here. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step right foot between your hands. Inhale, right arm to the sky, easy twist. And exhale, lower that right hand down. Inhale, coming up, high lunge. Then exhale, swim the arms back, arrowhead. Inhale, launch forward, airplane pose. And exhale, fold, standing splits. Inhale, left foot meets right, the top of your mat. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down, step or jumping back through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Then exhale, back, downward facing dog. Last side here. Inhale, left leg up and back. And exhale, step it between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, left arm to the sky. And exhale, plant that left hand down. And inhale, coming up, high lunge. Exhale, swim the arms back, arrowhead. Inhale, launch forward, airplane pose. Then exhale, fold, standing splits. Inhale, right foot meets left at the top of the mat. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down, step or jumping back through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here, just to settle. Maybe just shaking your head from side to side. And then when you're ready from your down dog here, just inhale forward to plank. And then exhale, lowering all the way down onto your belly. So we're going to go through 2 heart openers here. So instead of Shalambhasana with our hands interlaced, we're going to keep our aeroplane arms. So our palms are facing down towards the ground. Arms are reaching beside us. Still zipping the thighs up together so they're touching, the big toes are touching. Exhale all your air out. And then inhale, lifting the chest, neck and head, the legs off the ground. The arms are reaching back, palms facing down. Imagine rolling your shoulder blades together and down your back. Reaching the feet out long behind you and the head out long in front of you. So it's a really big stretch as well as a lift. One more breath. And exhale, fold down. And then exhale, releasing down, bring the left ear to the mat. Releasing your hands by your sides, palms facing up. Now we're going to do that one more time. So zipping the thighs up together. Toes are touching, palms are facing down, arms are long beside you. Exhale all your air out. And then inhale, lifting up, just like our aeroplane pose. Feet are kicking back behind us. Chest, head and neck is off the ground. Arms are reaching back, palms facing down. Shoulder blades are rolling down your back. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower, opposite ear to the mat. And just bringing your chin back to center. And bring your hands under your shoulders. And then just coming straight through to a seat on your mat. So we're going to start here in Shavasana. So the right leg is long out in front of you. The sole of the left foot is on the right inner thigh. We're going to inhale the arms to the sky. And then exhale, fold over that straight leg. If your hands don't quite reach your foot here, you can always just bring them down to the mat. So one more breath here. And then gently rolling back up. Taking the right hand to the left knee. Then inhale the left arm up and over, reaching towards that right foot. Nice side body opener here. One more breath. And then inhale, coming up. Planting the left hand down outside that left hip. Rolling onto the right shin for wild thing in here. Right arm reaches up and back behind you, letting the head and neck drop. So you're really grounding down through the sole of that right foot. One more breath. And then exhale, releasing the sit bones back down to the ground, and then just swapping legs here. So left leg out long, sole of the right foot on the left inner thigh. Inhale, arms reach long. And exhale, folding over that left leg. Once again, hands can come to the feet. We can release your hands just down to the mat. One more breath. And just gently walking your hands back in, taking the left hand to the right knee. Inhale the right arm up and over, reaching towards that left foot. Taking the gaze up under the right armpit. And then coming back up, placing the right hand down behind the right hip, rolling up and onto the right shin, grounding down through the left foot, and just taking a little wild thing back bend here. The left arm reaches up and over behind you, dropping the head and neck. And then just sinking back down to the mat. And then just lengthening both legs out long and rolling down onto your back here. Now we're just going to take a reclined twist here. I want you to bend both knees, bring the soles of the feet down onto the ground. Cross the right knee over the left knee. Scoot your hips over to the right just a little bit. Bring your arms out to a T or to cactus arms. And then just letting the knees fall over to the left. So it's a little bound supine twist here. You might take your gaze out over that right hand. And inhale, bring your knees back to center. Planting the sole of the right foot down on the ground. Crossing the left knee over the right knee. Scooting your hips just to the left a tad. And then letting the knees fall over to the right. And you can take your gaze over that left arm, or just close your eyes down. Inhale, coming back through center. Bring the sole of the left foot down onto the ground, hugging both your knees into your chest, taking your hands around the outside edges of your foot for happy baby. Drawing your knees down towards your armpits into the ground beneath you. Maybe rocking side to side. And then when you're ready, hugging everything in, wrapping your hands around your shins, drawing your nose to your knees. One deep inhale. And then exhale, releasing down to the mat for Shavasana, letting your ankles splay wide, your palms are facing up. Just taking any movement here to get comfortable. And just know that when it's time, I'll let you know. And just becoming aware of your breath. Bringing some slight movement to your fingers and your toes. Bending through one knee and then the other, planting the soles of your feet on the ground. And just letting your knees fall to one side, rolling onto your side. Using your arm as a little pillow. And then making your way up into a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed down, letting the hands rest in the lap. Take one deep inhale through the nose. Then open the mouth and sigh it out. And bring your hands together in front of your heart, coming back to the intention you set at the start of class. Or coming back to that mantra, I am me. I honor the space inside you in which the entire universe dwells. It's a place of peace and love and truth and happiness. And when you're in that place in you, and I'm in that place in me, we are one. Namaste.